All right, undrafted viewers, welcome to the U. Talking some NBA basketball today. Conklin, I know you had something to say.
All right. Yes. Before we get started, we received an email from Jake R. saying Bam Adebayo, Defensive Player of the Year, as his hot take. If you guys want to be featured, send us your hot takes. What do you guys think about the Bam Adebayo Defensive Player of the Year?
I just want to say thank you, Jake R. First one to do this. Get the ball rolling. Let's go.
Jake R. I'm sorry, I don't think it's true. NBA's rigged. I don't know if you've ever watched a game, but apparently the Jaren Jackson whole scandal. Counting
crazy.
blocks that don't count as blocks.
Steals, He's a great defender, though.
He is a good defender.
That's crazy in and of itself. Like that they're like rigging it.
No investigation too. That's absolutely crazy.
Is it still happening or did they shut that
I
down?
mean, he is a good defensive player. He does put up numbers, but some of them are just exaggerated a lot. You know, he's not getting 7 blocks every game, and somehow at home he always gets 6 or 7 blocks with 5 steals. That's a little weird, but he doesn't do it on the road. How does that make sense?
That's weird.
To put my 2 cents in, biased Nets fan, I think it's Nick Claxton all day. He has been an insane defender. Yeah. He can guard 1 through 5. His length is insane. His mobility is insane. He's an absolute dog. The motor never stops. He's just... I think there's no reason it couldn't be him, but I personally just want him to win it too. So that's my 2 cents. What do you think, Colin?
That'd be cool. I mean, I'm brothers with.
Oh yeah, the Eskimo Bros.
So that'd be cool.
That's crazy. But yeah, just to touch on that, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Bam. Bam is definitely a top 5 center, defensive center in the league. I'm just happy that Rudy Gobert doesn't win it anymore.
Yeah,
I hate that guy.
So sick and tired of
him. I'm just tired of him winning it. But yeah, Jake R., thank you for your potential hot take. Not the hottest. I think it's about like a sweet barbecue level hot. But
no Marcus Smart this year?
He's been kind of out with injuries and stuff. He's definitely one of the best, if not the best, perimeter defender. So I like that. I just think Claxton, people have to game plan around Claxton's ability to switch. You know, the Nets switch everything. They have a lot of length. He's just been crazy. There was actually a clip of him against Paul George the other night that Nets lost, but literally Paul George does a fadeaway, blocks it, gets the rebound, goes for another fadeaway, blocks it again, shot clock violation. It was just like one of those things. The arena got hype, and it's like, damn, like that dude is just different.
He's on his bully mode.
Yeah, he's a dog. He's got that dog in him. Some other stuff I want to talk about. Biggest news in the NBA right now, Kyrie Irving trade. Once again, like I said, I'm a Nets fan, so my emotions have been all over the place this past week. I don't even know what to think. I want to blame the owners, but at the end of the day, I think this was inevitable. We've seen it on every other team. He's the common denominator.
Yeah. I mean, Kyrie, I feel like just wanted out as fast as possible. Mavs surprised me a little bit, though, because I know there's obviously talks about him going back with the Lakers, or teaming up with LeBron and playing with LeBron. I mean, as much as I wanted it to happen, I didn't really think it was going to happen. I did think he was going to go to a bigger team, obviously trying to make a push for the finals and stuff like that. But I think it's going to work out good with Luka. I mean, you're not going to see too many 50. I mean, you obviously will, but you're not going to see as many 50-point games out of Luka. I mean, their teams are going to start spreading out like their game plan to like who they got to guard. Like, is it Kyrie or is it Luka tonight? And I mean, if your main focus is on one of them, the other one's going to drop another 30.
I just want to touch on the point that it actually was reported that the Nets owner made it a point not to trade him to the Lakers.
Yeah.
What? As a Nets fan, that is ridiculous. We're not rivals with them. I don't understand the reasoning for that. I heard an offer we got from them, 3 firsts, Westbrook, and a second, and Austin Reeves, something along those lines. I think that's a way better deal than what we got from the Mavs. Trade deadline is not finalized yet. I've been hearing some rumors about maybe adding a 3rd team into that to get some more assets to the Nets. But
I heard the Suns were in the talks.
Suns were in talks. I mean, yeah. Going to what you were saying, though, at the end of the day, there's one ball. I don't know how that's going to work out. People said the same thing about when Kyrie and KD got together, and Harden. You got one ball. How many shots can, what, is everyone else in the court just in case they pass it, Luka's a great passer. I love that. Obviously, this puts the Mavs up.
Who's playing defense? That's going to be a very
They
offensive team.
So they lose Dinwiddie in that trade and Finney-Smith. Dinwiddie's a good defender, able defender. Finney-Smith, a great D&3 guy. I think, they definitely lose some depth there, but you add a star. So it's a superstar league. That's what the NBA is. You don't need depth. So
if you've ever watched the Mavs play, even without Kyrie, it's just Luka carrying it up, and then him in the middle with everyone around it, waiting for it as you said already. So that's already how they run. Hot take: I do not think that Kyrie makes the Mavs better. I think they get a little better because I feel like they have to. I do not think that they're a contender at all. Luka, that offense runs solely through Luka.
Yeah.
Kyrie's gonna want it to run through him too. Kyrie, you know how Kyrie gets with that type of stuff. I don't think it's going to work out well, and I don't think that it's going to be pretty. I think that whether it's in a month or two, or however long these guys could stand it, or even if it's next season, there's going to be a problem. Something big's going to break out, and I do not think they're going to go on a tear like everyone thinks they're going to go on a tear at all.
So one point I want to make, you said this doesn't make them favorites, but Vegas thinks it does. They went from 30-1 odds to win the championship to 14-1 odds just after the trade. A huge difference, and I think totally unjustified. I don't think that's fair at all. I think that's ridiculous. One point I do kind of want to contradict you a bit. You say that, Luka, likes the ball, blah, blah, blah. So does Durant. And look how that was working out. I mean, the Nets before KD got hurt, 24 I think it was 24-6 or 25-5 over a 30-game stretch when they're all healthy. So, I mean, obviously Kyrie knows how to play off ball at least a little bit. He is the best isolation scorer besides Durant in the league. I don't know. It's tough. It's very tough.
I feel like it's kind of like this trade makes the Mavs kind of reminiscent of the Sixers right now with Harden and Embiid.
I could definitely agree with that, but it's a very different concept when it's two guards versus a guard and a big.
It's this is more like an elevated version of like DeJounte and Trey.
Oh, okay.
I would even go more CP3 Bucker. That's more what it reminds me of. Luka's a great facilitator, and I think a big part of this is Christian Wood as center. I mean, they were calling it a big three. It's not a big three. Christian Wood is not part of a big three.
Christian Wood is good, though.
He is very good. Yeah, he is very good. He's a rim runner, shoots the three ball well, defends well. So, I mean, who knows? I mean...
Yeah, what's it called? Christian Wood's ability to get to the basket. I feel like he's always just kind of hovering around.
Waiting for those lobs.
Pick and roll player, and Luka just puts it there for him.
That's what I'm saying. Christian Wood is a good player, and I love the way that he plays with Luka. And I want to see how Kyrie affects that. Christian Wood is not going to get as much play as he was getting.
Maybe. Probably.
No, I'm not saying I'm saying ball touches. Like he's not going to have such like a significant role in the offense.
Mm-hmm. So one thing I also want to bring up, which I don't like getting political and all that stuff, but as you know, the stuff with the anti-Semitic thing that was going on with Kyrie earlier, and he had to tweet his apology. The second he got traded to the Mavs, he took that down, and he talked about it at a press conference. Kind of shows just like. You know what, the Nets didn't make it an easy place for him to stay as well. I'm not saying what he did was wrong or right. I don't really give a fridge. But yeah, that's just something to point out. Let's move past this though. No one wants to talk about Kyrie anymore. I feel like that's just beating a dead horse again. Let's talk about LeBron. A lot of stuff has been happening since we last did a podcast. As we know, we all saw the clips of him just crying like a crybaby after he got fouled. Somewhat justified. He 100% got fouled, but you just cannot be doing that.
Somewhat justified? No.
He got fouled, though.
Dude.
On a game-winning layup.
You are a grown man that people look up to. You can't be doing that, dude. You're acting like a child. That is pathetic. That's pathetic.
I agree.
That's pathetic. That is not somewhat justified at all. That is pathetic.
But would you say it shows his desire to win? He wants to win that bad.
Everyone wants to win. That's pathetic. That's pathetic. That's pathetic.
Not everyone wants to win. Not everyone wants to win.
Whatever, dude.
No, but
I agree. He had a
way too dramatic.
That was
I agree.
Exactly. Way too dramatic. But that's a game-winning layup. And he definitely got fouled. You saw the video. He got smacked.
Yeah. Straight on the arm. And if you have been keeping up with it, this has been happening to the Lakers all season. I don't know. I'm not saying any conspiracy, but there's been a lot of games decided by no calls or fouls that aren't. Stuff like that. And I understand his frustration. You can't do it like that. You're the head of the NBA. You're the face of the NBA. You can't be looking like a little girl freaking, no, take it like a goddamn man.
So, refs are part of the game. They
100%.
have been a problem for the game more this year than ever, but they have always been a problem for the game.
Yes.
They are a part of the game. LeBron has gotten no-call fouls against him, too. I bet he's fouled so many players that have not gotten calls. They're part of the game. It's part of the game. It's like missing a shot.
Yes.
The refs are part of the game. It's like passing it to a wide open teammate and the ball goes through his hands and out of bounds. Refs are part of the game. Play the game. Do what you can. Control your controllables. Don't act like a child. Don't act like a fool. There's no need. That's pathetic.
Yes, I agree. And also, I want to say, no one wants to see the game end on a foul call. So I understand, refs kind of swallow their whistle when it gets into those last couple possessions. They don't want to see free throws to win a game, but he 100% did get fouled. I'm not saying it's justified.
I'm not arguing that.
Yeah.
I'm arguing that that's pathetic.
That is pathetic.
That is not justified for any professional
Yeah.
in anything, especially a professional athlete who's getting nationally broadcast.
At his level of stardom, too. The face of the NBA, you can't be doing that.
Even a rookie, dude. You're
You
a
can't be
professional. You are a professional.
Yeah. No, I think that
It's
is...
pathetic.
And you can show your frustration, but what he did was
Dude,
Exactly.
That's
That's kind of the point I was
crazy.
trying to
Like, if this is like, if that was to decide the NBA Finals, still not really justified, but somewhat more understandable. This is a regular season game, man. What are you doing? I understand this is probably an accumulation of the Lakers' awful season, all the trade rumors, everyone saying he's losing his edge. You can't do that. And
He
that's
is
how-
losing his edge. He
He's
is
losing-
not looking like LeBron James. He's not looking like LeBron James. He's looking like the GOAT right now? No. He's not looking like the best player in the league right now, let alone the GOAT. LeBron James, in my opinion, is the GOAT.
I agree.
He is not at that level right now. No.
Yeah, he's not playing
No.
like Tom Brady as, his go talk.
I-
LeBron is playing good.
What do you mean? The NBA is an all-star game. He's not doing anything for the Lakers. The Lakers are garbage.
He has no pieces around him, and he has been averaging about
No.
30 points per game over the past month. And
He
a
has-
triple-double almost.
Yeah.
So I will say, he's falling off, but he's
Yes,
still a top
I
5
know.
player in the league.
He's
I'm
still
not
doing
saying
it.
that.
He's not the best, though.
I was saying that, yes, he's losing his edge.
Yeah, he's
what I
losing
was
his edge
saying with this.
100%, and it's kind of sad to see, but he's also about to break the record. So I think you said it, you think he's the GOAT. I think he's the GOAT. I don't know about you guys. When he breaks the record, he's certified the GOAT. I don't care. He did on almost 1,500 less shots than Jordan. I don't care about the longevity. He's way more efficient. He's top 5 in assists. He's about to be, all right, so sorry, let me recap. Number 1 in points all time. Number 4 assists. Number 9 all-time threes. That's absolutely crazy. I mean, nowadays he doesn't play defense. I remember in his prime, he used to be an absolute lockdown defender. Greatest player of all time. I think there's no debate.
Yeah.
There is a debate, but I agree with you.
My opinion, there's no
Yes.
debate. But yeah, I know.
He's got 4 championships.
Yes, 4 finals MVPs too.
And didn't he make it to the finals for like
8 straight years.
eight straight years?
Yeah.
Is it?
From the time he got traded to Miami to his last year in Cleveland. So, yeah.
That's good
Yeah,
shit.
very impressive. In my opinion, he is the GOAT. What he has been doing is pathetic.
Yeah, and I want to talk about his leadership, which is normally one of his strong suits. He has been absolutely dissing Russell Westbrook in the media.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of justified. Westbrook's not the best, but you
Yeah,
can't be
he's
doing that. That's a vet that's in the league for 20 years. You should not be dissing your teammates like that. That's absolutely
You should
No,
not. You shouldn't be
100%.
dissing. You shouldn't be dissing your teammates, but when you're in the group huddle and LeBron's like, all right, let's play gritty, let's play hard, like all this stuff, and then Russell Westbrook gets up and he's like, hey, like
Let's
let's just
have
go out
fun.
there and have fun. LeBron's obviously
No.
gonna not take that
Yeah.
seriously. You know
Yeah.
how LeBron is. It's like, hey, it's one mindset to another.
But in
LeBron's
the
a
locker
goat.
room is a lot different than like in front of the cameras and in front of the
Yeah,
microphone.
I
Yeah,
agree with
well,
that.
yeah, of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Anything else you want to guys say? About
If you want to have that conversation, have it to his face
Mhm.
like a
Yeah.
man. Don't say it to the media. The
Don't
media doesn't need to get involved.
Subtweet it.
What are you trying to do?
Don't sub.
What are you What are you trying to do?
And that's that's going to your point of like he's kind of been immature this season, and that's just
Yeah.
very weird to see from someone like him. Obviously,
It's not weird to see. He's always been like that. LeBron is not
the
a
leadership.
good. I do not think LeBron is a good guy at all.
He's normally a great leader, though.
I think he is a great basketball player. I don't think he is that great at anything else.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that. Not to that extent, but I mean, I don't really like LeBron. I think he's the greatest basketball player of all time. I think he's captained a bunch of teams that have been like that level, you know.
8 straight finals,
Exactly.
of course. I think he has.
He's
leadership.
got to have some leadership aspect. But this season has been.
Yeah, I don't know what.
It's been
like,
pathetic.
You've
He's made a fool out of himself.
You've seen glimpses of this all this stuff this whole season or his whole career.
Yeah.
But this season, it's like it's all coming out.
It's crazy. You're 38 years old now. How have you? Whatever.
Exactly. How are you the most immature in your
Grow
career
up.
at 38 years
Grow
old?
up. And
Grow up.
I don't care what your situation is. You're leg GM. You put your team like this. You have to. You know what? Dig your own grave now. You
Yeah.
gotta lay in it. So
Right.
there you go.
Speaking of a crybaby, he's a crybaby.
Yes, he is. Let's switch it because we could talk about LeBron for hours. I wanted to talk about Ja Morant. I don't know. I was speaking to Bert about this just a little bit earlier. So Ja Morant, he has a section or a little posse of people, including his dad. His dad's a lot like LeVar Ball, just without social media. Very loudmouth, big personality. He kind of struts his stuff, if you know what I'm trying to say. So he has a little posse with him, his family members, his boys, you know. A lot of NBA players have that, you know. They have their family and stuff in the stands. So they normally sit like maybe 2 or 3 rows deep, you know, whatever. So against the Pacers, they're talking smack to the Pacers. Pacers players talk smack back. After the game, Ja Morant allegedly rolls around in a black SUV and a red laser pointer was pointed at one of the Pacers players' heads. Within a day, the NBA somehow wrapped up an investigation, said it wasn't a gun, it was just a laser pointer. That's fat cap. That is crazy. Ja Morant, you're not hood, bro. I don't care. You have a $200 million contract on the table and you're going to throw it away for street cred? I know Shannon Sharp talked about this for like an hour, like yesterday morning. That is crazy, dude. Like, he needs to grow up, too. Like, why are you jeopardizing? He could have almost a Hall of Fame career. He's a great player, and you're jeopardizing that so you look tough? That's stupid.
It's a game. Smack talk is part of the game.
Yeah.
If you can't take it, close your ears,
So,
put a chip on
play
your
the
shoulder, play the game. Why does it have to get to that? Play the game. You're
Yeah.
getting paid millions of dollars to play basketball.
Yeah.
Do that and just keep it at that and be happy enough with yourself.
Yeah.
Who cares if a guy is talking smack to you? That's part of the game.
Well, time out. Wasn't even talking smack to Ja Morant, just his family members that started it. So I don't think it's justified at all. So as a result of this, his brother, who is apparently the one that has had the laser pointer, has been banned from all Memphis home games for the rest of the year. So
The rest of the year?
yeah, not even for life, which I thought was crazy. Ja Morant, shape up. That's absolutely
Don't
crazy.
shape up, grow up.
figure it out.
Grow up.
Figure it out. That's just
Everybody wants to be a gangster.
yeah. Everyone wants to be a gangster.
That's sick. Yo, that's so cool,
Yeah, like, dude,
bro.
what?
Like, what did he want? That's sick, Ja. Yo.
It's like, and this kind of represents the whole Grizzlies vibe. I love, you know, the dog in them. I like that, but they
Keep it on the court.
talk a lot of smack for someone that hasn't won anything, and that's not
a
right.
lot of those guys like to do that.
Yeah, and then actually segueing that into Dylan Brooks. Did you see about that? Him and Donovan Mitchell.
No.
So.
Oh, I did see that actually.
So yeah, Dylan Brooks maybe got fouled by Donovan Mitchell. Wasn't called. Rolled over, absolutely sucker punched Donovan Mitchell right in the sack. Which is, what are you doing? And then got into a fight. Both of them got ejected. Whatever. After the game, Donovan Mitchell goes, "You know what? If I was him, I'd be mad too. I've been busting his ass for years." So great response by Donovan Mitchell. He's having a great season. Love him. This has nothing to do with him. I think this has to do all with the Memphis Grizzlies. So.
I
Oh,
think
wow.
you give money and power to the wrong people. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I think Dylan Brooks is a main culprit of that. He thinks he's so tough, and it's like, dude, you're an NBA player. Why are you trying to be like that?
Who knows? The Grizzlies are slowly digging their own grave.
Yeah, seriously. People are keeping receipts, and that's not a good thing. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's wrap it up. Do you want to talk about MVP or save that for next time?
Save that for next
All
time.
right, this has
Thanks
been the
for
U.
watching.